The film begins with Mary running through the forest until she reaches a cemetery, where she stops and looks around, searching for something. At that moment, a person appears behind her, showing an intent to catch her. Someone is hiding among the trees, observing and photographing Mary. Mary sees the person, gets scared, and runs away quickly. The pursuer catches up with her, knocking her to the ground, and pulls out a syringe. Mary sprays the person with a mist, causing him to drop the syringe and attempt to attack her with a knife. Mary dodges the attacks, escapes, and runs to her car. As she tries to drive away, the criminal injects her with a sedative, causing him to collapse. Mary drives away quickly, reaches her home, and enters her garage. She opens the electronic lock with her fingerprint, and upon entering the house, she is with her husband, Rob, and her daughter, Kelly. It's revealed that Kelly has a certain injury that makes it difficult for her to walk. Mary recalls a memory from 3 years ago related to Kelly's injury, which prevents her from walking normally. Mary surprises Kelly with a house equipped with artificial intelligence to make life easier for Kelly. We learn that Mary is a highly skilled engineer. Kelly is thrilled with the new house, and more so when Mary tells her she can control everything through an app on her smartwatch. Mary then goes to a room with surveillance screens, and we understand that Mary has captured the person who was chasing her. She takes the person out of the car trunk and finds him trapped in the garage. He searches for an exit and discovers that all doors are locked except one. He descends the stairs to the basement, which is covered in grey sheets with pictures of 3 deceased girls. It's revealed that this dangerous criminal is named Diablo, who killed the 3 girls but left no evidence, so the police couldn't catch him. Diablo is mentally unstable, as he looks at the photos with pleasure. Mary turns on a screen in the basement showing news footage of Diablo's victims, who were drugged, abducted, and burned alive. One victim's tongue was cut out and placed in a box next to her body. Selena, the head of the investigation team, tells the press that Diablo selects victims based on specific criteria. They must be female with long hair. Mary sees Diablo on the screens and starts a conversation with him through the microphone. She tells him that he used fake identities during his crimes and kills girls resembling his mother. Diablo sees a key hanging on the wall, takes it, and opens a door, finding himself in a room with chains hanging from the ceiling and pictures of the 3 victims in small cages. He remembers torturing his victims and comes across a chain that belonged to him as a child. Holding it brings back a bad memory of his mother, who abused him and wished he would die before becoming a criminal like his father. Diablo takes the chain and finds another key. Mary turns on another screen showing the sister of one of Diablo's victims, who is deeply saddened and threatens that someone will find Diablo and make him pay for his crimes. Mary remembers telling her daughter about a surgery she would undergo with a prominent surgeon, assuring her that after the surgery, she would walk normally. Kelly was thrilled and hugged her mother. Back in the present, Diablo uses the key to open another room in the basement, finding himself in a narrow room with steam pipes. Mary reflects on how the second victim escaped but died in a similar environment. Diablo quickly exits the room through a small hole in the wall, only to find himself trapped in a small cell with a statue resembling the one on his mother's grave. Suddenly, intense fire erupts from the floor, and Diablo narrowly escapes by hiding under a cover. He finds another room beneath the cell. Mary's neighbor, Jiao, calls her to inform her about some mail. Mary, busy and anxious, dismisses Jiao's concerns, but Jiao insists on talking to her, expressing worry over Mary's strange behavior and isolation. Jiao threatens to call the police if Mary doesn't come out. Mary ignores the call, and Jiao reports her suspicions to the authorities. However, the employee dismisses it as trivial, and Mary, anxious, stands before a picture of her daughter. We flash back to Kelly post-surgery, able to walk unaided and excited to go out without crutches, insisting on her independence. That night, Mary arrives at a crime scene where Kelly was killed in the same manner as the 3 previous victims. The following day, Mary meets with Selena, who empathizes with her and shows her Diablo's investigation file. Mary discovers the composition of Diablo's drug and meets with a drug dealer to buy a large quantity. Mary then sees Diablo trying to escape from the cell but gets stuck in a hole. Mary prepares a syringe with the drug to sedate Diablo and free him from the hole. When Mary approaches Diablo, he pretends to be stuck to lure her in. He overpowers Mary and attempts to inject her, but she fights back with another syringe containing the same drug. Diablo succumbs to the drug and sits next to Mary on the floor. Mary sets a timer on her watch and flashes back to her testing the drug's effects on herself. She finds it lasts 40 minutes. The next day, Mary visits Selena and discreetly inserts a flash drive into Selena's computer to gain future access. She finds Selena's ID card, takes it, and later uses it to access the police archives. Mary locates Diablo's file and discovers the location of his mother's grave. The following day, Mary publicly curses Diablo and challenges him to pursue her. As the drug's effect wanes, Mary attempts to kill Diablo but is unable to, as he also becomes mobile. Diablo takes the dagger from Mary, but she manages to escape to the basement. During their struggle, Rob and Selena arrive at the house. Selena rings the doorbell, and Mary, hearing it, opens the electronic lock. Diablo attacks Mary, but Selena intervenes with a gun. Diablo drops Mary and gets into a fight with Selena, who eventually gets injured. Mary tries to stab Diablo but ends up stabbing Selena instead. Diablo grabs Selena's gun and tries to shoot Mary, but Mary takes it and hits Diablo until he loses consciousness. Rob arrives and is shocked by the scene. Mary asks him to tend to Selena's wound while she ties up Diablo. She drags him to the basement and ties him to a bed. Diablo wakes up to a screen showing a childhood photo with his mother and father, his father's face obscured. Mary reveals that she knows he killed his mother because she reviewed all his psychological files and his family history. She explains that Diablo inherited his mental illness from his father and reveals she discovered something the police missed: Diablo hides in cemeteries. She used this information to lure him and capture him. Mary decides to kill Diablo in the same manner her daughter was murdered, cutting out his tongue, dousing him with gasoline, and setting him on fire. She leaves the scene, having avenged her daughter, and returns to Selena and Rob. Selena tells the police that Diablo attacked Mary, and Mary defended herself. The next day, news reports announced Diablo's death under mysterious circumstances, with rumors suggesting that one of the victims' mothers exacted revenge. The film ends. If you finished the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more movie summaries. Thanks for listening, my loves. See you in another video.